Here are 6 things to avoid when sending cold outreach emails. So the first is don't make the email about you. So even
Okay.
if it's about you, it's always about them. It's always about them. The second one is don't ask for a level 10 commitment in a level 1 email. So you didn't do this necessarily, but it's amazing how people will send emails asking to do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, this person has no idea who you are. So maybe have an ask that matches that level of familiarity and trust with you. So I think that's a common mistake people fall into. And to be honest, and I'm not saying we're going to talk about your email in a second, but you send an email saying, hey, I have this newsletter. I think you're going to find it valuable. All that's great. And ask them to
Right.
subscribe. They still don't know you. They don't know the newsletter. Subscribe to my newsletter is not a level 10 ask, but I'm not sure it's a level 1 ask.
Okay.
And, hey, would you like to see an issue? Can I send
Right.
you an issue versus give me your email address and subscribe and whatever. So just thinking in that mindset of what's the sort of smallest possible ask I can make to get this going. I'm amazed. I'll get emails from people that are like, hey, could we hop on a 30-minute call to pick your brain? I appreciate it, but that's a big act. They act like 30-minute call is not anything. And I don't even know who you are. And you haven't even told me what you want to talk about. The third thing here to avoid when sending cold outreach emails, don't include competing calls to action. So it's
Okay.
tough enough to get people to do one thing. Ideally, there's one clear thing you want them to do, and that clear thing is simple.
Okay.
The fourth thing to avoid is don't sound corporate/professional. I know you're doing corporate events, so this
Right.
is weird, but I think a lot of times people default to, I want to seem bigger. I want to seem like a big company. You'll see this all the time where it's like, somebody who's a freelancer who works for themselves, and yet their email is like, we here at such and such incorporated, and to whom it may concern, you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to do
Right.
anything that sounds like it was auto-generated to blast to 1 million people. Which leads to number 5. The fifth thing to avoid is don't be boring. I think this is especially true for you who are professionally funny and an entertainer and whatever. So why would we send a email that sounds like it was from some corporate drone? For you in particular in your niche, can you make them laugh? Can you give them a sense of your personality? You wouldn't be boring if you met them one-to-one at some networking event, because
Right.
you want to turn on the charm and you want them to walk away and go, that guy's hilarious. I would
Right.
love to bring that guy. So your email should match that tone that you would want to
Wow.
bring
Okay.
across, right? It's representative of your brand. And then the sixth thing here to avoid when sending cold outreach emails is don't send an email that doesn't include value in the email. So
Okay.
this is a little counterintuitive, but like when you send an email saying, hey, I've got this great newsletter, you're going to find it really valuable, subscribe here. They only actually get the value if they subscribe.
Right.
Versus, hey, I write this newsletter that shares tips on corporate events, blah, blah, blah. Here's one of them if you want to check it out that I think you'll find really valuable. Or did you know that blah, 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 some amazing stats, some amazing tips, some amazing thing. If within the email they go, I don't know who this guy is, but that was really interesting. I wonder what else he has.
Wow.
Versus I'll
Yeah.
only find out what else he has after I give him my email
Subscribe.
address or talk to him or whatever. So those 6 things are things that you should avoid when sending cold outreach emails.